never forget, the mark of the backstabber is flip-flops and sting shots. Flip-flops, sudden changes of behavior, from love bombing to discarding. And sting shots, words said to get a reaction. I used to call them shit shots. Those two things, mark them. It's an unstable environment. Man adapts to his environment, just like animals in the wild. If your environment is marked with sting shots and flip-flops, it's a hostile environment, and the result will be exhaustion. Get in a stable environment. Create pneumaticity. Make a space. Get rid of this guy and bring godly people in. Stability. Support. What a relief. Narcissism is a personality disorder marked with psychopathic tendencies. They can get violent. A smear campaign is a form of violence against your reputation. It can bring violence from other people against you. Gossip is very destructive. People will start justifying bad things against you because they heard something. They take it as gospel. They don't check it out. People say things and it just goes in, and people don't wonder, I wonder if this is true. Maybe I should do some research on the matter. No, they just accept it. The best thing would be to relocate, which is what I did. Relocate and get behind a locked gate. But I realize most of you can't do this. You got to stick in this thing. Well, I'm trying to coach you out of it. How to transcend narcissistic relationships, which most are. Why is that? Because of broken families. Narcissism comes from trauma. All the energy comes within to self-defend, to make excuses, to be superior. All is compensatory, is an expression we have in psychology. It's all compensating for inner emptiness. They are empty inside, so they have to attach onto you, a parasite onto the host, to fill out inner meaning, to steal your testimony, your destiny, your things, your goals, to give them to themselves because they're empty. It's a very bad thing. And when you see the light and start to detach, they get mad. That's when the smear campaigns start up. It's a very sticky situation. If I'm educating you about it, I hope you won't get involved with it. You will see the signs. Sting shots, flip-flops. It's a personality disorder, and there's no cure. And it has psychopathic tendencies. That means violence, or violence to your reputation, at the very least. And I gave her a home. Okay, I gave her a home, big deal. I had an extra house. She was facing homelessness. She was a distant in-law, I guess, whatever. I'm a nice person. Okay, fine. I don't need a bunch of hugs for that. Oh, I need a hug. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like hugging. I mean, from my husband, fine. From my pets, fine. But I don't like the female community always hugging each other. Anyway, then she met somebody who she decided was superior because they were more connected. In the female community, it's a hierarchy. And if you're more social, then you're superior. So she started ignoring me, like she was superior to me. You see, the narcissist doesn't have gratitude like you and I do. It's all the game, the matrix. They start running their number on you. So she started to ghost me. She was superior because she had this friend. They make friends. And okay, so I ghost her back. Remember our slogan, if they ghost you, you ghost them back. So I ghosted her back. To hell with her, I don't need that. She can live in my extra home, okay, fine. I'll put up with this crap. I realize about people. Just leave me alone. And then she writes a text. You're ignoring me. How come? I would go away if I could. I can't stand to be ignored. See, she's a narcissist. She wants to have the right to ghost you. But if you ghost her back, it affects the amygdala. They need constant response from other people. They need reassurance. Then they come back to you and put it all on you. They're the victim of you. Here they ghosted you, but now they're the victim because you ghosted them back. So then you're put in the predicament of you want to avoid an argument. So, make up excuses. Well, I've been busy. You don't want to get into the thing, well, you ghosted me first, like a childish argument. You just want your freedom from them. And it's such a sticky situation. If you tell them about their personality disorder and what's really happening because you have insight, then you get into a big fight. Then they feel hurt. They're the victim. They're always the victim. It's a sticky situation with a narcissist. Boy, I could tell you some of the things she said to me, but I won't get into it until later. It was very involved. I could write 2 or 3 books just on the disorder from knowing her. There's a big connection between rejection and homicide in relationships. Killing you rather than facing themselves. The narcissist cannot stand rejection. The internet is filled with it. It's a very bad situation. How quickly a normal relationship can become deadly. When I was in the desert, I was so afraid of violence. I was always walking on eggs, trying to mend fences, doing a repair job on the interaction, because I was so afraid. I was going to Al-Anon at that time, which is for the friends and relatives of alcoholics, how to deal with alcoholics. And I was so afraid of this one woman, a feminist, going to Al-Anon and gossiping about me. That was her weaponry, gossip. She was very good at it. She was very connected, and I wasn't at all connected. I don't know anybody's name. She knew everybody's name. That's a sign that she's social and connected. And I was so afraid she'd go there to gossip. That was the weaponry. So I'd be real nice around her, always doing a repair job. That's how it gets in social hypnosis. You're always trying to repair it. Get out of it, transcend it, relocate. Want a simple and authentic life. This invites tranquility and contemplation. That's it. That's the whole reason I went up to Ranchita to live on a ranch. I figured this will be tranquil. I get away from these people and I can just contemplate and write my books and think. Yeah, except for the old man who owned it and who became a dictator and a tyrant. There's always somebody. Until you can own your own home and behind a locked gate where you're the dictate, nobody else. That's the higher rung of the ladder. That's what you want. It's not necessarily money and fame, but independence, where you rule. That is the vacation. That is the magic of life. That's when you really start to progress. No more dictators over you. Biggest manipulation of the narcissist is indifference. It says you don't exist. You're inferior. I'm superior because I decide when you exist. It's when I give you attention. When I don't give you attention, you don't exist. How disgusting is that? You exist because you're a child of God. God gives you attention. Not this narcissist who uses it as a rudder to control you. With love bombing and then he discard. Love bombing, discard. Get out of these relationships. They're everywhere. Why is most people a narcissist? Because of broken families. They don't have daddies and the mom is off with serial fornication and many boyfriends or whatever. Not all, but it's very prevalent. The broken family is everywhere. That produces children who become narcissistic. All the energy comes within for self-defense. It's a compensation, and that's why narcissism is so prevalent. They can't think beyond themselves. It's all pure selfishness. They have no empathy at all, another characteristic of narcissism, and that's why these sick relationships develop. Transcend it, become your true self, develop your own family, godly family, not a broken family. Just detach from this cultural phenomena and become one with God and attract somebody who's godly and be happy. Path collects. He forgives until he finally sees the pattern and then realigns. That's when his life begins. From trying to save the relationship to finally saving himself. This is not selfish. Stop trying to save the relationship. Save yourself, realign with God, and then the miracles happen. And then you're saved from all this stuff. God won't let you be in these relationships. God doesn't want it. He'll give you an escape route. If you are stuck like this, pray to God for an escape route. He'll give it to you right away. Like when I was stuck on that ranch with that old man, he was trying to use me and take my money and turn me into a sex slave and everything else. I prayed to God. He gave me an immediate escape. Even from the man's friend gave me a cabin to get out. God will give you an escape. Just pray. And then once you see this pattern, realize all the previous relationships you were in that was just like that. Realign, and that's a rebirth. You're in a totally new life now. Now you will attract your soulmate. When the empath springs from trying to always save the relationship to now saving himself, now it's a rebirth. Now everything changes. Now nothing works. Nothing works that the narcissist can do to get him back. That's when you see him go crazy and maybe get violent. He'll be begging you on his knees. If that doesn't work, he'll start a smear campaign. If that doesn't work, he'll go to somebody else. That will never work, by the way. That never works. A rebound relationship. He will try everything. If he knows your friends and family, he'll call them up and degrade you to them. That's when it happens. When you realign with God, expect things to happen. But if you're ready, God will give you escape from it. Stop engaging in emotional battles where truth has no place. You're above that now. Don't ever get involved. When they start to accuse you of things, don't defend yourself. Just look at them. It'll drive them crazy. If they can't engage you, which is their whole thing, to engage you, it'll drive them crazy. Just watch them spin out of control. They want to engage you in an argument. That's how they get access to your spirit. Don't do it. You're out of the ring. You're now with God. You're also realigning with your higher self. Now stop internalizing other people's problems. I know you're compassionate, you want to help, but it hasn't been that way. It hasn't been you being within yourself with a strong foundation helping somebody else. It's been internalizing their problem. It's like taking on their demons. Don't do this anymore. Stay separate, strong in your own foundation, and help other people, but still be ye separate. That's what Jesus said. Come out from amongst them. Be ye separate. Narcissists confuse loyalty with servitude. If somebody's loyal, they must be their servant. Oh no, See the difference there. You are nobody's servant. You're nobody's slave, and that includes them dropping by your house, you having to let them in and stop what you're doing. That's not important. And adapt to them. Give them what they want. Oh no, that's not loyalty. Loyalty is not servitude. It's an entirely different thing. Learn to see through these tactics they're using. That's the main thing. When you finally see the light as an empath, the narcissist, instead of softening, they harden to not admit they're wrong. They get even harder and more tyrannical. Now you're really beginning to see what they are and separate. Don't get sucked back in. Watch out. It's a cobra. See that they're getting harder. See that it works like a machine. Expect these things and then laugh about it because you're now above it. One tactic the narcissist will use, they'll flatter you too much. Then they'll withdraw affection. Flatter, butter you up. If you're the least bit insecure, you'll get sucked into this. Then they'll withdraw their affection. That's how they control. It's the vacillation. It's the cyclicity. 6 cycles. Systems and cycles. You're in a 6 system propelled by 6 cycles. Flatter you, withdraw. Flatter you, withdraw. And that is intermittent reinforcement. That's the addictive process. And now you're in an addiction, a love addiction. It'll make you crazy. It's how the brain works. Know about the addictive cycle. That's all you got to know. These are very simple principles, and then you'll be out of it. One of their biggest weapons, guilt. I helped you when you were down. If it weren't for me, you'd still be in the gutter. I gave you support. Yeah, they flattered you and withdrew. Flattered you, withdrew. That is not support. That is a weapon. They use guilt or shame. Guilt and shame. Watch those two also. Control through force, guilt, or drama. I had one person coming to my home and he would rear up against me like he was going to hit me. Nonverbal communication is 85% of communication is nonverbal. Just their body language. He would rear up like he was going to hit me and I would startle me because he was bigger than I am. He's a man, I'm a woman. He could have killed me. I should never have let him in my home. If somebody's bigger than you and you're afraid of them, don't let him in your home. That's how naive I was. And he would scare me. And then I would truckle back in and do what he wanted. Give him something or let him stay or whatever. Nonverbal communication is 85% of it. Look at their body. Don't listen to what they're saying. Look at what they're doing. Food routine. Okay, the formula is all disease is obstruction, all recovery is elimination, all success is then attraction. The 3 obstructions are people, habit, which is sin, and food or other substances going in. The food routine is superior routine is fruit and leaves, nuts and seeds. Okay. In my smoothie, I put the fruit and the leaves, all kinds of different greens and superfoods in there. There's the fruit and leaves. Okay, that's breakfast. And then nuts at my desk. I don't even have to go in the kitchen. Just fruit and leaves in the smoothie, nuts at my desk. There you have it. And then I'm full. I'm fine for the day. A few nuts later, another smoothie later, some fruit, watermelon, whatever. It's an easy diet. That's the superior diet. Anything else, just the concoctions of civilization, the meat, the processed foods, the fast foods, are just going to create chronic constipation where your colon is just one big massive block. And it starts to spread out. And then you get chunky and husky looking and wide and protuberances and a belly and not fit, not buff. If you want to overcome the narcissist in your life who is always giving you mean comparisons, oh, she looks better than you, she's younger than you, you want to get rid of all this. Not just go to the gym, but change your diet. It will streamline the whole body. You'll get rid of all these protuberances and blockages. Get on the right diet, and immediately you will lose all the retained water, that's several pounds, and you'll start to look like the spirit within. The spirit within is perfect. It's the false body built from all these wrong foods of civilization that make you look like them. Husky, just pasty. It's not you, it's falsehood. The false body will melt out. Now, the narcissist has no more claim over you. Now there's no more mean comparisons. Now your unique self. Now you can attract something much better to you. You don't have to be stuck, but you will be stuck in bad relationships if the inside is all stuck up.